to ground in this energy of intuition is they did a study before the war in Vietnam. They did a study to see who were the best trackers were, because like all wars, they're basically planned out 15 years ahead of time. So they wanted some good trackers. So they did this study. And where this came from was this daughter of this teacher in this university. Her father used to be one of those, had the classic look of the dress code, nice suit and hair parted right on the side and flipped over. Use a lot of butch wax and grill cream and a little bit of this, a little dab of Duya stuff. And he was a classic teacher. Now all of a sudden he started coming home, and she noticed his face, all the little pieces of hair start sticking out a little bit more and more. And she was kind of wondering what's going on here. Pretty soon his hair started growing out. And he was breaking all the dress codes of the system. And pretty soon all these other men start doing the same. So you have that classic professor look now, that Dr. Joe Plum over there. So you see the guys wearing big beards, they're up there talking, their hair is long, and there was a reason for that. So she didn't know, but she was worried about her father. So she went to his office when he was gone, and looked at all the stuff that he was bringing home. She went through it, and they found a study, Vietnam. They went and they researched trackers, and they ended up with the results of this research that these Native American men were pretty cool. They were good trackers, some of the best. That was the result. So what they did is they drafted a whole bunch of Native American guys and put them in the service. And they took them through boot camp. They did everything that. Then they went back to after basic training, went home, partied up, and they come back in to do the other training, the war games and things. So what they found out was that they couldn't do anything. They were like everybody else, show me the way, tell me something so I could do something, because I'm not in my own environment. I'm under your orders. So anyway, they did the war games, and they just forget it. They all died, Nothing happened. And so when they went back, the officer saying, I thought you told us that these Native American people were good trackers. He said, yeah, that's true. That's what we found out. So they're trying to say, okay, what's the difference? What happened here? What's going on here? And so they did a little study here. Okay, all these guys had hair before they went to service. So when they went in there, they shaved it all off. So they said, oh, maybe that's the thing. Go back and do another research and find out, give us some good trackers. So when they came back with the research, the same thing, the same results was that these Native American men were good trackers. So what they did, they drafted a whole bunch of men in the service again. This time they didn't cut their hair. They didn't cut their hair. They let it go because it was an experiment. So when they did their basic training, they went out back home, they come back in, they did the war games, and they won every little game that ever was put up against them. And one of the things that they did was they had feelings. I would have this feeling something's going to happen. Let's go over here. And they would surprise their attackers. They would win these war games because they had their hair. So they came up with the result that your hair acts as little antennas out into the auric fields of others. And depending on your auric field, they'll gain a lot of information. So when the men, they come home with their short hair, they try to lie to their women. The women, they already know. You know, they feel it. They feel it strong. The men, they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They can't lie to the women. They can't get over on their women, you know. So, but if I say that if if the man starts, they cut their hair, and they start getting forgetful. They forget their wife's birthday. They forget their anniversaries. They forget when to come home. They forget they're married. They get really forgetful. So when you start growing your hair is important. Your body hair will tell you. If your hair stands up in the back of your neck, what is that feeling that comes with it?
Danger.
Yeah, you turn around and run. If you get hair standing up on your arms, what is that? I always see people like, hey, my hair is standing up. You know, confirmation, you know. So let your hair grow. And when the younger men, they started doing this, they started feeling this, and they started like revolting. I want my hair to grow. And we see that a lot of men are losing their hair, but so don't worry about it, because all your hair, your nose starts growing out, and your hair starts coming out of your ears, and your eyebrows start getting thicker, you know.
For more information on the next Star Knowledge Conference, go to starknowledgeconference.com.